Hi, thank you for joining me. Today, I want to talk to you about dedicating, and that means dedicating an object or a space. The reason you want to dedicate something is because you set it aside, you sort of make it special. It's something more than the ordinary. And that's really important when you're doing metaphysical work or any type of ritualistic work or magic work. It's extremely important, not only for yourself, but for the other entities that come in to assist you. So it's better to, of course, do it at the very beginning, the onset. And what I mean by that is when you first purchase an object, if it's an object, when you first purchase it, you want to do a dedication of it before using it for any type of metaphysical workings. Now, if it's a room or a space within a room or a space within an outside area like your yard, you kind of want to pick and choose where you want to have that space. And once you decide on the space, then you dedicate it. Now, the first thing you want to do is when you pick the space, make sure no one is constantly going in and out. The only foot traffic is yours. And if space is limited and you can't have it where the only foot traffic is just yours, then I would suggest having a temporary dedication area or space. What I mean by that, say you're in a room, you have a living room area. Remember, your space is tight, or you have a small patio area. You can have a separate space. Just cordon off a piece of that area, just a little small area. Doesn't take up much. Say enough for a little small stand or a little small bookshelf, a little small cabinet, and that's where you put your metaphysical objects in that you're going to use for metaphysical work. So if that's tucked away on the side of the patio and everyone uses the patio area or they use that room, they'll go in and out the room, they'll go in and out of the patio area, but they won't touch that little space that you have your box or your little small cabinet or set in. That will designate it as a special area within an area. So you can do that. And I'll show you how to dedicate that space itself. And it just includes two things with dedicating a space or dedicating an object. That is cleansing and clearing the space or the object, and then energizing the space or the object. So it doesn't matter how large the space is or how small it is. And the same goes with the object. However, with an object, you generally touch it. Hold it within your hands or place your hands on the object. With the space, it's much bigger than you are, so you generally kind of let your energy just move around the area and connect with the area. Now, you'll do that along with any other beings that you generally feel comfortable with inviting in to assist you. You don't have to have other entities that come in to help you, but if you love working with them and you're comfortable working with them, then by all means invite them in to assist you. Okay. Now, I talked about what areas you can use. Objects. I'm very serious about my metaphysical work, and I must tell you, I will dedicate everything that I intend to use in it. And it does a couple of things. It bathes it with the energy. It puts your energy and other energies from divine source within it and throughout it so that it permeates with it. It also kind of triggers your subconscious to let your subconscious know automatically that that you're getting ready to do some type of metaphysical working. It also is a trigger or a sign for other entities that are that always come in to assist you, that you're about to do some metaphysical work, and so they'll be ready to assist you. And what I mean by that is guardian angels are said to be with you all the time. So if you have an object that you know you have set aside for metaphysical working, once you go pick that object up, the guardian angels are automatically aware, oh, this person is getting ready to do some metaphysical work, because this is what they always use in their metaphysical workings. So I'll show you some objects. I'm serious. I'm truly serious. So objects that are normally used for metaphysical work. Sensors. You see these inside synagogues and churches and religious buildings, and you use these. It's a sensor. You put your incense in here and you use them. I'll dedicate the incense. I'll dedicate the sensor. Even though the purpose of the sensor is for using for metaphysical works, it doesn't matter. I still will do that. All the way down to the roll of tape, the pens that I use, paper. If I have certain papers that I'm going to use, doesn't matter. If I have certain books that I use, you purchase these at any store. However, when you get ready to use them for your metaphysical work, you dedicate them for that purpose. And anything can be used for your metaphysical work. Let me show you here. Let me show you. Keychain, a fan. It doesn't matter. If you stumble across an object and you want to use it for metaphysical work, then I suggest you go through the procedure of dedicating it to use for metaphysical work. Now, most people tell you to use only objects that are brand new. So if you want an object that you want to use for metaphysical work, go purchase the object. The object is new, it hasn't been used, and then you dedicate it for that. That will work for certain things, certain instances. However, there's always an exception to the rule. And I have found some items that I have stumbled across in my comings and goings that when I've seen them, they caught my eye, and I thought, that is perfect for me to use with some of the metaphysical work that I do. Now, some of these objects are old, and so you can't find them today. And if you do find them, they're made out of a different type of material. I love working with copper because copper moves energy. And when I'm working with energy, I'm all about moving energy. So I prefer to use copper. It's kind of hard to find certain instruments in copper today. So if you stumble across a bowl or container or something that is made out of that just pure copper and it strikes your fancy, even though it's old, it's been used, I would get it, because for one, when you do a dedication, you're going to cleanse it. You're going to cleanse it of the energies before you're going to use it. So you always have to prep anything that you're going to use for your metaphysical work. So why not go ahead and grab it and use it, especially if it's in great condition, especially if it's just calling to you, you know. It has a way, everything is energy, and it has a way of connecting and drawing you. So that is one reason why you want to dedicate something, you know, to get it ready for use, to better it for use, to set it aside for specific metaphysical workings. And that means you don't just use it willy-nilly for something else. You set it aside, put it in a special container, a special place, and it will, to me, I feel, because the only thing that you're using it for is metaphysical workings. You don't have all of these other contrary energies just kind of on it and in it. All right, I hope that helps you in some form or fashion. I hope that helped you. Thank you for joining me. Until next time.